Yeah, it's a new season. Everybody starts at ground zero. It's a fresh slate for everybody, and that's what the playoffs are. And it's a situation where guys are excited. They work all year to get to this point. Their body of work establishes where they are in the league standings, and now it's game on and moving forward here. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and our guys feel it.
Getting ready to host CC, the team you guys have seen plenty of times this year. Kind of, how does that? How do you guys approach that team?
Yeah, well, we played them obviously two times before Christmas, before Christmas break in Colorado Springs, and then most recently here. And so there is some familiarity, right? But at the end of the day, it's a team that's been building and growing all year. They've done a good job there of putting their team together and defining their roles and playing the way they want to play. And it's a situation now where there's desperation and urgency from that team as well as everybody else that's playing playoffs, knowing that you want to keep playing the game of hockey here. So again, like I said, they're going to be a focused, committed team coming in here.
How do you get your guys to be at that same level of hungry that say a lower seed might be?
It's the same thing. We've done it, consistently in the second half here, and we got to keep, building our game and elevating our game each and every time we hit the ice, and knowing that there's things to play for us. It's the playoff championship we're playing for. We want to be a top seed in the NCAA tournament. We want to get into that top rung, and so there's motivation there. So we have a lot to play for here, and our guys are focused and they're hungry to do it.
Is there any chance Sandy plays this weekend?
Yeah, there's a very good chance. We just got done at practice today, or Wednesday practice, and he was involved in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in every single drill. So I think there's a very good chance he'll be in.
I assume Gaber and Frisch will be back.
So I was here last week, and I told you they'd be in, and they weren't. But I can say probably with 100% certainty, probably and 100% aren't you can't use in the same sentence, but I will say 100% certainty both those will be in. For real this time. For real this time.
Obviously, that changes your team a little bit up front. How do you have some lines that were clicking? Do you have to move some of those around?
Yeah. You know what, we have moved a little bit. I think the biggest thing is that it hasn't been wholesale changes of throwing all different lines together. We still have some tandems together, two guys playing on the same line, and we've added obviously Gaber on one of our top lines here. So it's a situation where there is familiarity with a couple guys on the line, and I think this time of year, we went through the last 6 weeks of the season with guys bouncing around playing with everybody. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think it's more about how we have to play as a team, our identity and our structure within our game, rather than I guess the continuity of the lines, and that's a benefit of having some injuries and guys having to play with kind of different line combinations.
Why do you think the power play was able to have success with so many? I mean, you guys the units were different like every weekend. Why do you think they were able to keep going?
I believe just because of the focus. I think Carl has done a really good job of not only implementing his structure on the ice, but also in video, and keeping everybody involved in it. I think it's a situation sometimes when you work power play units, you just have your 5 guys on each unit running power plays. He has extra guys bouncing in and out and doing reps on the power play, watching video of pre-scout and watching review video of us. And I think it's just keeping guys their foot on the gas as far as guys with the everyday approach on how to get better on a power play.
How nice was it to see Jake Schmalz get going again? I know he had a bit of a goal drought up until this past weekend, but how nice to kind of see him get one in that.
Yeah, no, I know he's been very consistent all year. He's been working really hard, and I think it's one of those things where he had some success early in the season, scoring some goals and getting some points, and now it's coming back to him again here. And I think one of the things that Jake does is he's as for a first-year player, he's very responsible. He's a 200-foot player. He's a guy that provides offense, but as a young guy, he's really grounded in his defensive game too. So again, that's tough to do in our level as a first-year player in our league, and his game is growing exponentially as the season goes on here.
What do you think about what his cousin's doing right now?
It's amazing. It really is. And we talk about tandems on lines, and I was watching the highlights last night. Seems like him and Clayton Keller have some chemistry together, right? And they're playing some very good hockey against some very good teams here. So it's kind of nice to see Nick get rewarded offensively here because he is a very gifted player, and now you're seeing that come to fruition.